Testing, testing, test ickles. Welcome everyone to episode 690 of the Daily Mother, a Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Nipplecast. Oh my god, they're fucking hard in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Welcome to the Game Train, welcome to Pumptown, welcome to Swole Lake City, Gluta, welcome to Jacksonville, welcome to Boston, Mass. Welcome to Papa Swolio's house. Welcome to Mikasa. Mikasa is maybe Sukasa because Mikasa is Swolekasa. It's huge. If you're huge, you can sit with Papa Swolio. If you got the gun show going, you can sit with Papa Swolio. If not, all right, you can still sit with Papa Swolio. You can still, you're welcome. You're welcome in the house of Zipapa. You're welcome in the house of Zipapa. Come on in, coming in. Well, man, where you been? Where you been, Samwise Famgy? What's a good word, Case? Let's see on Instagram. Welcome everyone to the Triple Live broadcast. Obvi, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook every damn fucking day. Thank you for joining me. And remember the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. I'm pretty sure every episode is up. Maybe the last two need to come up, and finishing the couple last, thumbnails for YouTube. But you know how it goes. We're here. If you want to catch all the episodes, you can always catch a live replay sometimes. I'm right up to the day with the after post, and sometimes it takes a day or so. But we are here and every single day rocking on the daily. So make sure you turn on your post notifications. That's the best way to make sure you catch the show. So if you prefer the Sleaze book, then go on Sleaze book. If you prefer the Shinstagram or the YouTube, you got three options, and of course you can do the audio raping and get your knowledge in audio format, SoundCloud and Apple Podcast. How's it going, fam? I'll be listening. Yes. Josh, crushing chest as I heard the alarm. Wow. There's no finer way to absorb the gains while smashing on those chesticles. So welcome everyone. Who here's at the gym right now? Dude, you got terrible genetics. Oh, man, do I? Fuck. You have a better beard than I do? Shit. Oh, that just got me sad. Oh, someone just said I have terrible genetics on Instagram. I think I'm done for today. I just took the wind out of my sail. I'm sad. I'm just kidding. Fuck you and your couch. I'm just kidding. Everyone's trying to trigger old Papa Swolio on the live cast. So what's going on, team? Let's talk about rest days. We'll get into that in just a moment, so let everyone get in the door. Let's take some questions, some comments, some initial reactions. How's everyone's Tuesday going? Busy brother with life, but the gains are coming on strong. Casey, that's what I'd like to hear. Make sure you message me, dude. Hit me up in the Facebook message. Let me know what's the latest and the greatest. So today was a good day. Today was really, I don't know, man. It's been really interesting just to give you some behind the scenes stuff. I didn't really vlog that much today on Instagram stories. I was up till like 7 a.m. I was up super fucking late, and I didn't get a lot of sleep. I actually did get some manual release today, some massage. I took a little quick nap. I did some work. I'm gonna be up late again tonight. It's like that vicious cycle. Float some hearts with some thumbs if you know about that late night cycle, like when you get off your sleep schedule. Honestly, when it comes to training, when it comes to any kind of habit, I might go out on a limb and say that sleeping and sleep schedule might be the hardest habit to break. I think it depends if you have like a 9 to 5. For me, it's like the way my situation is, it's the more I work, the more I get done. All right? The more I work, the more I get done. That sounds like, if that ever sounded like a plan for diminishing returns, I don't know what does. But the more I do, the more I do. It's like, oh wow, really? That's brilliant. That's brilliant, Papa. That's fucking brilliant. But it's true. The more I do, the more I get done. And if I don't do, then nothing gets done. Which is the path I have chosen and the life I live. So sometimes it just means like, you know what? I need to get this fucking shit done. Like there's sometimes some things I just need to fucking do. and I'm tired of putting it off, or I'm tired of trying to chip away at it. I just want to stay up and just absolutely crush it, and then it just throws off everything else. But my Achilles heel, so to speak. The sleep schedule and the pattern has always been my thing where, if I had to pick one aspect of my health or of my pattern or of things that I promote that I encourage for all of you that I really struggle with myself, it would be the sleep schedule. It would be the circadian rhythm, and I think that's just one of the issues and one of the challenges with having online dealings and having an online company and doing the internet and doing things on the computer. It's just at 9 o'clock at night Eastern time, like the world doesn't fucking end, right? The world doesn't stop. And the reason why I'm talking about this is this is a segue into the topic today. So the world doesn't stop. The world doesn't stop at 9 p.m. Eastern time. There's no fucking way. At 6 p.m. on the West Coast, there's no way. There's absolutely no way I can punch out at 9. I'm still crushing. I'm still working. And of course, when you're looking at screens all the time, it keeps you awake. And a lot of you have the same situation, whether you're looking at your tablet, your TV, you're on your computer. Maybe you do something similar in your own line of work. Maybe you're doing marketing, you're doing video editing, maybe you're doing stuff online, you're doing online sales, you're doing something in front of a screen. Most of what all of us do now are in front of a screen. Even if you work retail and you look at a register, or you're under fluorescent lights, we're under that blue light all the time. And FYI, if you haven't done that yet, make sure you turn on your phones on that night shift, with it takes out the blue light when you have like that orange light, and that's very helpful. But that being said, the more I do, the more I get done. Okay. But when do you take a rest day? That's the topic for today. When do you take a rest day? And the topic of today's episode is rest day during the week. Rest day during the week. Holy fuck me sideways. Rest day during the week? Is that possible? Of course it's fucking possible. Of course it's possible. And those of you that have been following my content for a while, you know how I feel about rest days. Yes and no. But what kind of rest day is it? And I want to know right now in the comments, those of you, of course, that are either, if you're picking this up on a replay or you're watching live, what kind of rest day do you take? Are you the kind of person that takes a day off? Like, okay, it's Tuesday, it's off. I am doing absolutely nothing. You might be eating or drinking or hydrating, but you're not stretching. You're not foam rolling. You do zero, like zero. That's what you do. Or are you of the fam, or are you of the crew that a rest day just means I'm not lifting weights or doing overloading resistance, but I'm still doing work. I'm still making progress, like I'm doing a foam rolling session or yoga or some type of active recovery. Okay, so that's what I did today. I did massage today. I might do some foam rolling later. I say that optimistically. I'm not really convinced that I'll actually do it because I have to literally fucking sit and grind now for a while. But I gotta make sure I hydrate. And because I get a lot of questions about rest days. I get a lot of questions about rest days, specifically how many rest days do I take? Do I take rest days? What my training schedule is? And I really don't give direct answers because I don't have direct answers myself. I'm very instinctual with my training. I'm very instinctual with my training. I listen to my body. I don't necessarily react according to a day 1 through day 7 format. I don't take a day off on a Sunday because it's Sunday. I don't take a day off on a Tuesday because it's Tuesday. I will, however, take a day off on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, any day of the week if I feel like I need it. If I finish the end of my cycle of my program or my training split, whereas I just did arms and I did legs the day before, I did legs, I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling banged up, and I need another day to recover, because I tend to do a few resistance days in a row. I tend to string a few together, alternating upper and lower body, so I'm a little bit taxed. This is kind of how I roll. But I always know when to pump the brakes or when to step back a little bit or give my body a little bit extra time of rest. So when you're planning your rest days, you don't necessarily have to be as strict, because I don't think your body is going to need rest all the time. So to give your body, or for me, in my opinion and how my experience has been, if I give my body a day of rest every Saturday, maybe on one of the Saturdays I feel like crushing it. Like I just feel like going to the gym and going ham bone Jones. Maybe that would have been the ultimate leg day. Maybe that Saturday was the perfect day for me to do legs. But instead on the calendar it said rest day, so I took a day off. That isn't necessarily how you should live your life, because if you feel like crushing the workout, well, maybe you should be crushing the workout. Maybe you shouldn't be taking the day off. So what I do is I start the day, or I start every day or two with the mindset of crushing a workout, of doing something, of scheduling something. If something comes up, if something if I have a certain feeling, or if I feel uncomfortable, or I have to adjust my schedule and it just feels like a day where I need to stay away from the gym, or I can't make it to the gym, ideally I will do something at home and I will take a day off. So in other words, I don't plan my days off, but I take days off when I need them. So I might train, just for example, I don't know the last time I did this, but I might train for 14 days straight or 10 days straight. But then I might take 2 or 3 days off. Maybe it works out that way. Maybe I know I'm going to be traveling. So I figure, okay, let's assume these 3 days are going to be some type of stretching, yoga, or inactivity, or let's say away from the gym. Let me plan around there. I'll crush it until that point, or I'll just leave that open in the back of my mind that I am not going to be really accessible to a gym on those days. So I go with the intention of training every day, but I don't go with the pressure on my shoulders of training every day. So I don't require myself to train every day, but I plan to train pretty much every day. I plan to be consistent. I set up my schedule to be consistent, but I don't set a rest day. That's I don't like to play that game. I like to leave it open to interpretation. I like to leave it open to my body to tell me when I need a rest day, when I need to back it off, when I need to turn it up, when I need to, okay, take an extra rest day, when I need a little bit more recovery. And that comes with experience. I don't expect anyone that's a new lifter to understand how to listen to their body. I think that's really naive, and that's really improper to assume you know how to listen to your body. Just because you have a body and just because you started training doesn't mean that you know what your body or the signals your body is telling you. And that can lead you to either taking too many days off or training too many days in a row. I think it's very important to schedule rest days, or have rest days in your schedule when you're starting off to get you on a routine of rest and repair, but make them active rest. Do yoga, do foam rolling, do massage, do meditation, do that type of active recovery where you're not just completely sitting on your butt on the couch. But I don't think that it needs to be scheduled, especially when you get more advanced. So float some hearts and float some comments. Let's take some responses. Tell me how you rest. What do you do? Do you plan a rest day? Is your rest day on a Saturday? Do you do the classic Saturday and Sundays off? Do you do active rest on those days? Do you completely punch out? Do you never take a day off? Are you always doing cardio or something? What do you do? Drop in the comments below. Let's take some questions. Let's just jump right into it. Let's see. That way your body doesn't fall into routine. My body, I think it's important for your body to be in a routine, like your body exposed to overload. But yeah, I mean, if you do the Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday off, it can get very monotonous and boring. But I do understand that a lot of you have work schedules where it might make sense that Saturday is a day off. Maybe all of a sudden, maybe you have a regular schedule where you can work out in the mornings on Monday through Friday, but Saturday you decide to pick up an extra shift every week, and now you're doing a double, and you really don't have time to work out because it's 6 to 11 or something crazy. Okay, so you just take Saturdays off just by default because you're working fucking 16 or 17 hours. I get that too. But that's where you have to customize and you have to be okay with it. You have to realize you're not gonna lose all your fucking gains in one day. You're not gonna lose all your gains in one day. Let's take some. Facebook's blowing up. Let me see what's up here. How often or when do you drink alcohol? A lot less than I used to. I used to drink beer more regularly. I have a 12-pack of beer of the Rock. I have a 12-pack of Rolling Rock in my fridge and I haven't touched it yet. But I'll go through periods where I want to have some more whiskey or want to have some more wine. A lot of times in the evening when I'm thinking, okay, I'll have a drink, I just think in my head, I need to hydrate more. I need to drink more water than I need alcohol. And I just haven't been lately. But how often? Less than I used to. I used to have a beer or two every day. But I've really been kind of punching out on the alcohol aspect of it. I'm focusing more on hydration. Because I think maybe just because of it, I drink a lot of coffee or I'm sitting down working, editing, I just feel like I'm not drinking chronically as much water as I ever thought I was. So I'm trying to keep more conscious of that. So I haven't drank as much alcohol and stuff lately as I normally did. I do that as well. I listen to my body and I do what my body tells me to. Yes. I take rest days every day. I take rest days every day. Let's see. Steve Smith, I do something every day, not necessarily heavy lifting, but like you said, yoga, foam rolling, or even some type of activity, hiking or outdoor. Yoga for today, then crushing tomorrow. Tim McCall on Facebook. I live by this, a rest day generally every 4 to 5 days, depending on if I need extra sleep or I'm too banged up or whatever. Some days I swim, sometimes it's Metcon, whatever that is. Some days it's brute strength training. Gotta play it by ear, listen to your body. Yes. Yoga or doing something outside. I don't plan either. I just listen to my body and I take it when I need it. Mendy Noblin on Facebook. Yeah, okay. So a lot of you do the same thing. A lot of you do the same thing. I think that's more dynamic. I think it's a more dynamic. I think it's a more realistic approach. I think it's a better consistent approach because sometimes you don't want to take a rest day. I mean, how many of you have taken a rest day when you didn't want to, right? Like you had it scheduled, but you felt great and you wanted to train. Like the other day, I went to the gym, I did arms, but I kind of had a headache and I thought it was nothing. I thought, okay, maybe it was just a little something. And then I went to the gym and it got worse and I kind of like, quote unquote, muscled through it. Didn't really have a great workout. So then yesterday I went again and I crushed it. I did it like, right the second time. So I kind of did arms, kind of like light, moderate volume 2 days in a row. But, maybe that first day I should have taken a rest day. I should have called it. But I had gone on my way to the gym and I played my cards wrong in my opinion. It didn't kill me. It wasn't like a waste of a workout. It was uncomfortable. Who wants to lift with a fucking headache? Like it sucked. No, Tim, I know what Metcon is. I'm just saying like that's just a vague term. Metcon, what does that mean? I know what Metcon is. But I just I joke about CrossFit-ish stuff like that. Rest day consists, James Wallstrom, rest day consists of stretching and light cardio, usually on a Monday because I really kill it on the weekends. Okay, that's cool. I mean, Monday's also a good day to take off from the gym. Mondays are usually packed at the fucking gym. Yesterday was packed in the evening. It was slammed, but most gyms are crowded on Monday. I'm with you on the food poisoning. Whoa. Why are strict regimens highly preached? Why are strict regimens? You mean like scheduling? Strict regimens are highly preached because consistency gets results. Most of you are nowhere near as consistent and train as hard as consistently as you think that you are. Strict regimens are strict and they get done. If you have a strict regimen or a strict diet or a strict approach and you're disciplined, you get shit done, you're consistent, and you fucking get results. So a huge portion of you that don't get the results you want, you're not as consistent and you don't train as consistently as you think you are. Going to the gym 6 days a week does not guarantee you'll get results. Eating every 2 hours does not guarantee results. Let's say you're trying to bulk up. Are you eating the right foods? Are you eating enough? Are you really eating enough every single day, days on, days off, Monday through Sunday? Are you training as hard as you think you are every time you train? Are you consistent, not over a week, not over a month, but over months and months and months and years and years? So the relentless consistency of a strict training regimen is just consistency. It's just the proven effect of crushing it on the regular. So strict regimens are highly preached for everything. That's why the military is so strict. That's why people that are disciplined with their time management and any kind of structure, that's why they execute, because they have things organized to get results. So you can always work backwards. Like what's the result? What's the result that you want? Do you want to get absolutely huge? Okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't care if you want to do cardio. I don't care if you want to do CrossFit. I don't care if you want to do, I don't care what the fuck you do. It doesn't matter, but what do you want? And then work backwards and what do you have to do to get there? So if you want to be a massive person and you want to have huge muscles and you want to do so naturally, you're in it for the long haul. You're in it for you're always in it for years, but you're in it for the long term. You're in it to, God, it's the eating, it's the training, it's the commitment to learn, it's a commitment to learn your body, it's a commitment to try new things, it's understanding that you're going to have setbacks. Not everything is consistently moving forward. I've had tendonitis, I've had things that bothered me, I've had periods where I kind of burnt out psychologically, where I couldn't go as heavy because things were bothering me. But you start compounding years and years of lifting, and the body is going to start showing signs of age and showing signs of compounded wear. Things just get used and used and used after a while. And you're not getting younger, you're always getting older. Everyone in the world, that's one thing we all have in common. Every single second, every single moment, we're all aging. So it's getting harder for us to build muscle. It's getting harder for us to recover. And it doesn't mean that you can't build muscle as you get older. Of course you can. You can build muscle at any age. That's been proven. You can build muscle at any age. but the rate and how you can maintain that muscle and your strength that you can have at a certain age, I mean, that's going to decline. So what, we're all kind of like working, I guess we're all kind of like sliding down a hill essentially, but we're all at different speeds and everyone's starting at different time. If you're starting your training, you've never worked out before and you're starting at 40 or starting at 50, yeah, I mean, if you want to think you're behind, sure. I mean, you can think about it any different way you want, but that's either going to demotivate you or it's going to light a fire under your ass to work harder. But if you're starting at 20 or you're starting at 40, you're going to have different aspects. You're going to have different responsibilities. When you're 40, you might have a full-blown family and a career. When you're 20, you might be in college or out of high school and say like, oh, I'm just going out with my friends. I don't have any job. I just have time to work out and do things and I don't have to pay for anything. I'm living at home. Like everyone has different situations. So you can't blame having results or not having results on any one of those situations or any one of those things. It just depends on how bad do you want it. The 40-year-old can build muscle and the 20-year-old can't. Both still have to be consistent and go to the gym. And just from a genetic and from an anatomical standpoint, it's going to be harder for the 40-year-old to put on size just because they're older. Their body is not as anabolic. But now when you got testosterone replacement therapy and a lot of supplements and stimulants and things that are coming out and a lot of, over the prescribed injectables and all that shit, sky's almost the limit. And I'm 30, how am I? I'm going to be 35. I'm going to be 35 and fuck, man. Like, I have nothing against things like testosterone replacement. People ask me all the time, and I always skirt the issue because I'm not going to tell someone, oh yeah, you should do that. I think it's great. Go do it. But if you go to the doctor and you're a little bit low in testosterone, like, why not? Why wouldn't you? Quality of life. Quality of life. We have the technology. We have the testing. We have the monitoring, and it's more mainstream. Like, why not have a greater quality of life? Be more active. Have more energy. Like, why not? Why not? Especially since most of the food that we're getting pumped, or that we're exposed to is probably raising estrogen and fucking up our hormone profiles. Like, there's nothing wrong with any of your life choices as long as you're authentic and real about it and you don't push your beliefs on other people and force people to do your bidding, right? No one's wrong for doing anything they want. Like, I might do rants and I might rage and do shit like, oh, against vegans. Like, I'm not against vegans. I might just have fun arguments and rage and the driving while gainings on YouTube and shit. Like people that are taking steroids that are lying to the, I'll get in the car and I'll fucking get hyped up and the shitty traffic and people that can't fucking understand the concept of walking across the street in the middle of daylight in traffic. So I'm just fucking ranting in the car and it's fun for me. But I don't have anything personal against anyone. I really don't. It's fun. It's content. It's video. It's entertainment, right? It's just a fucking video, right? It's just something that I do. It's fun, and all of you love it, and it's great. It's great. We all have a good time. We go on with our fucking lives. But whatever you want to do, you're the one that has to live with it. You're the one that has to live with it. You're the one that has to live with your decisions. You're the one that has to live with your choices that you make. So make your choices, stick to it, but just realize that there's going to be hard work, consistency, discipline, all those things that come along with it that are going to skew the results, whether you see a ton of results, less results, and everything in between. Like, it's not cut and dry. It's not cut and dry. Like, the amount of work that person A has to do doesn't necessarily equal the amount of work person B has to do. And then how do you quantify work? How many sets? How many years? How much food? Age? Like, how do you quantify effort? Because you have two people. One person might see getting up at 6 a.m. like, fuck, that's awesome. Piece of cake. Another person might, that could be, oh my God, I have to plan for, that's like a mental strain. I wake up and oh my God. So that's a lot of effort mentally or psychologically for person B. Person A, it's okay, that's just what we do. So perceived effort, actual effort, time. But one thing is certain, it takes time with the human body. Nothing happens overnight, and there are limits to what you can achieve naturally and what time frame, and rest is extremely important. I just think you should not push your body or box your body into a corner with a rest day, because you might need a rest day when you have scheduled a training day, and you might need to train when you have scheduled a rest day. And I don't think that having a strict schedule all the time and limiting yourself, well, it's a rest day, I can't go to the gym, today's a rest day. I don't think that's a great way to play because it limits you from those amazing workouts. Like, there's really, honestly, fam, there's nothing better than wanting to go to the gym and just like feeling like today I'm going to fucking crush it, and going to the gym and absolutely having a beast workout. That's just like all around an awesome day when you feel like doing it. and then you actually do it. Another great feeling is when you don't really feel like going, fuck, and you just suck it up and do it anyway, and you have an amazing workout. Like, those are great things. So don't take that away from yourself. Don't take away from yourself the opportunity to have an amazing workout. But don't force yourself to go work out if you're really not feeling it, because then you might have a lack of focus. You might have a lack of focus during a repetition and get injured. Your body might be telling you something that you really don't feel that good. You might need to back it off for the day. That's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Any other questions we got on this? Good comments. Good comments. Rest days for the weights, not me. Y'all, I give the hundreds a time to rest, y'all. When I give them the day off. Don't worry, weights. You don't have to work out today. I'll be back tomorrow and I'll fucking crush you. You're the best. Oh, thanks, fam. I love being the best. Just the bestest. Makes sense. I guess it takes a while. People stay consistent, but then you can get creative. Well, you gotta be consistent no matter what. You know, an average plan today is better than the perfect plan tomorrow. That was like, what, Rommel or one of those great generals, Patton or something. So doing it today is better than waiting for the perfect day tomorrow. So I got a message, just some context. If you're watching, make sure you're filming. If you're watching, make sure you're filming. I had someone say, I have all these great ideas. I'm really looking forward to starting filming video content. What did you do? Do you have any tips on getting started filming videos? Because you create so much content. I love your content. What did you do? And I'm like, I just fucking did it. So just filming a video today, like, I don't care what your plans are or what your idea is. If you just film the shittiest video today possible and you post it, it's better than planning for the perfect video tomorrow. Like, just doing it today, you're going to learn something. And trust me, if you go back and watch my earlier videos, just the editing quality, the sound quality, just, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say how do you judge good or bad? They were great in the sense like, oh my God, I'm going to look back in 10 years and be like, fuck, but I think that's a great thing. I think it shows the development of skill. It shows the history of where we came from. You know, human beings didn't always have cars. We used to walk around. Now we have all this technology. It's like, you see where you came from. And I would not be here right now if I didn't just start making videos. If I didn't just start going live. If I didn't start just doing things. And of course, along the way, we got different qualities, issues with connections, this and the other. That's fucking life. Things happen. So if the phone breaks or one of them doesn't work or the internet doesn't work, okay, so it's a podcast today and the live didn't work. But, you know, you still do it every day and you just do the best you can. So that's the same thing with your training. So look at my daily show, look at the Daily Swole, and take that into consideration in terms of like the philosophical approach for your fitness training. How I adjust to different things, how the Daily Swole has changed, how it's been in different places around the country and in different backgrounds, or I've done different things like the call-in show, or I've done, you know, outside, inside, walking down the street. Like, I do what I can when I can, and, you know, and we see how it goes. But so far this has been, you know, a great stretch of how we're executing the show, because we get the most content, the best quality. And I think so far everyone's loving it. Everyone's loving it like this. We do the questions, we got the great audio, you got the great picture, you got the beard, we got the triple live broadcast, you watch where you want, and that's it. You know, and the random times, everyone's getting to see the Daily Swole at different times. So I got some bone broth here. I'm going to go crush that. I'm going to go edit some more rage videos. Got some great stuff for Swolenormous X. I'm probably going to be burning the midnight oil. I'm going to try to vlog a little bit more on Instagram stories. Make sure, fam, if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you plug in, follow me on Instagram, because I love answering the DMs over there. It's really easy to answer questions, and I try to get to as many as I can. So if I don't get to your comment or question anywhere fast enough, trust me, it's like I just get a lot of them and I do the best I can. But I really appreciate all of your attention. I really do. And any question that you ask me, whether it's in an email or on Facebook or on Instagram or Twitch, I don't even get a message on Twitch, but on freaking YouTube or DM, anything. I really appreciate your attention. I really appreciate you showing up, especially for the live show, those of you that make it to the live show. And I know it's at random times, but I appreciate you turning on your post notifications. So if you haven't done that already, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, make sure you prioritize and turn on the post notifications. That way you can get the latest and you know when I go live. And I will, as always, I document my day on Instagram stories. So make sure you check me out over there, and I'll give you all the latest of what's going on and what I'm doing right now behind the scenes with some of my editing and some of my approach. And yeah, make sure you plug into also YouTube. Just dropped another driving while gaining the other day. There'll be another one hopefully coming tonight. Getting a lot of messages about some current events and stuff that's going on with the fitness, and it's so funny because I have it's really funny with the driving while gainings, because I make it a point to fucking just rage with. I don't do research. I don't do research on the driving while gaining, and I love it. I fucking love it. I love it when people drop like serious responses, like, how can you say that, or oh my god, like, do you even have any idea that someone that, you know, if I'm talking about someone pretending to be a natural lifter that's not, or I'm just raging on someone like in the fucking industry. I love it when I get serious responses. Like, if you watch driving while gaining and you actually are trying to take like you're taking logic from it, like you're really making an argument with it, or if you take it seriously, then you gotta start watching some more comedy, fam. I just think that was funny because I get so much random stuff on YouTube. I love when I get people that are really that really get triggered and butthurt by it. But funny as hell. So Jim Callahan and the beard. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, so make sure you follow me everywhere. Posting a lot of new videos. Gonna post some Fortnite videos here on Instagram and on YouTube. Just lots of stuff coming. Lots of stuff coming. Lots of stuff done. Lots of stuff coming real soon. So make sure you turn your notifications live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Remember, you can catch every episode of the podcast, SoundCloud and Apple Podcast. And I'll see everyone in Swolenormous X uploading some more videos to the instructional video section, the 90-day dash. So yeah, I mean, tons of stuff going up. Ali G, and still love my tight yoga pants. Fuck yoga pants. It's sorcery. Yoga pants are sorcery. I'm gonna have to do a round 2, especially on the Gymshark chicks. That'll be coming. So yeah, if you do have suggestions and you do have topics that you want me to do for the driving while gainings, you could DM me on Instagram, you could message me or drop in the comments on Facebook or on YouTube. Just drop in the comments and I will be more than happy to look at the topic and rage blindly about it. That'll be fun. So see you all in Swolenormous X. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce Magoose. Thanks for joining for episode 690. And I'll see you tomorrow for 691. Peace, McGee's. Deuce Magoose. Papa Swole. Oh.